Welcome back to YouthZone Bray. We're on episode 3, and once again, a massive thanks to everybody who has listened, who has liked, who has shared our content. We are on YouTube as YouthZone Bray, and we are contactable by email at youthzonebray@gmail.com. We're back in the room, people. Episode 3, co-host Dermot O'Brien, Aaron King, Jake Pear, Sean O'Brien, Sean O'Connell, and this is the third installment of YouthZone Bray, and we have an interesting topic today, which I will pass on to my co-host Daisy to talk about.
We're going a little bit outside of, the standard. Although maybe these are the conversations that people have when they're sitting in a cafe, drinking tea or playing a bit of FIFA, and conversations pop up.
Late night chats with the boys on PlayStation. That's when all this stuff comes
That's
up.
when it gets real. So the first question I have for each of you is, what happens when you die?
Oh my god.
Has anyone experienced that?
Yeah, died a few years ago.
Once or twice.
Do you remember the ginger people?
Jake, I didn't go to you first on the last episode. What do you think? When you leave this planet, this world, what happens?
Nothing. I don't think anything. You just don't.
We start off, do you believe in an afterlife? Do you believe you're going somewhere, or do you think when you...
Yeah, I'd like to believe you go somewhere, but I don't think it'll happen. I think it's nothing like...
You have your doubts,
dark.
like.
Huh?
You have doubts of it.
Yeah.
So it's dark for you, you're hoping you go somewhere, but you're kind of unsure.
Yeah.
Okay. Sean?
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation?
Oh, that'd be a cracker. Oh, actually, no.
That'd be serious, man.
I don't know whether it'd be
far?
good.
What's this one?
Oh, that's about 20, I'd say. No, but seriously, like,
Tell us
yeah.
where your thoughts come from on that. That's
I
really
don't know, like, I just feel like it'd be good, like, if it was reincarnation. Like, it'd just be serious, like, we'd be a dog or something. Yes. Like an animal or something.
An animal.
An
What would you
animal,
like to
yeah.
come back as, if you could come back?
A big
Like
tiger.
A monkey or something, I don't know.
That's what my dad believes in as well.
Does he?
Reincarnation,
Tell us a
yeah.
bit about your dad's beliefs then, Aaron. So has he always believed in that?
Yeah, like he's
my dad,
believes
yeah.
in like Hinduism and like Krishna and all that, and he thinks that like for reincarnation that human, being a human is the highest you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really
that's about it.
That's really interesting.
What do you mean? Like,
So, like, that's the
Get you.
highest.
So, like, that's the best you can
Dog
get.
star.
So like you have to go
Yeah.
through like every life to get to the human life, and you
Yeah,
have to like
and
make the
then
best out of it.
So we're
and
we're
then
done now,
humans,
boys.
and you're done.
We're taken.
And then
Of course I got an
I don't know.
Does he believe we've lived all those lives, Aaron? Like, come up from insect to small animal all the way up, I wonder. You probably don't know.
Lee
but-
was
Yeah,
a
well,
rhino
I
in his
haven't
past
really
life.
talked to him
Yeah.
a lot about it. Like,
Just
don't
interesting.
do
Yeah, no, that's really interesting.
What about you then, Aaron? Did you believe the same?
no, I don't know. It's a tricky one.
What would you want? What would you want it to be?
Maybe
Well,
an ant or something.
no, I don't really like believe in God, but I don't know. Maybe you just respawn or something.
Aaron playing
I
phone.
don't know.
Sean O'Connell.
I'm going the same as Jake. I don't know whether you do or not, but I'd like to believe in it, but I don't fully believe in it.
Do you believe in God, Sean? Are you religious, I guess?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
Like,
bit.
not as much as, like, someone else would be, like, an owl. But, like,
An older person.
yeah, an owl. But, like, no, it wouldn't be, like, that religious.
Okay. So you would like to think you go somewhere, but you're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that somewhere look like? Is it the like?
Shit.
Is it the happy place that churches think about, where you live forever and it's so beautiful and so wonderful and that's it?
I've no clue. I reckon you go, like, just to your family.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
family members that have passed.
Daisy, I know religion hasn't been a massive part of your life, nor has it been mine. What do you reckon? Afterlife or no?
No.
Jesus. Why the light in the middle, bro?
And you
The
know
devil
what?
beside me.
Imagine we all just had one life.
Yeah.
And lived it. And lived a good life.
Boys, I'm about to have a breakdown here now in a second.
Yeah, stop.
You may stop it then, worse.
Have you ever heard the joke though? Where it's like when you die, people say they see the light,
Oh, yeah.
but that's like
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
into the hospital room with your next life.
Oh, that's decent.
Yeah.
Seen that one on TikTok?
Yeah, same as her.
Influence.
Wait, you don't believe in God?
No, I have no belief in a higher power whatsoever.
What's that then? What's that make you an atheist?
Yeah, isn't there atheists? So there's some people who are agnostic who, I don't want to, there's agnostic and atheist. One of them believes in something, but they don't know what it is, and the other believes in nothing. I don't believe in nothing. And it doesn't, and it's...
He just doesn't want to put a title on himself. Basically, is what he's trying to say.
Yeah, believe in me, man. I don't need to. I don't need... I think, I look at other people. I can look back through history and see how to be a good person, or what it means to be... All the values that we live by are human-made. I don't think they need to... Now, if you're talking about the pyramids, that Aaron's fascinated by,
He's in his element.
sometimes I wonder about... are we the only ones who've been here?
No.
On this planet?
Not a chance.
What did we come from? Where?
I wouldn't say so.
Dinosaurs.
Bigfoot.
Evolution.
Go on, tell us more.
Oh, I don't know. We just come from evolution, from like monkeys.
So we were like, right, and before that?
Yeah, evolution.
From a fish into the sea, to an ant on the floor, to a monkey.
And what about the pyramids? Yeah, like...
The pyramids.
Did humans build the pyramids?
No.
If they were built that long ago, I don't see how they're built so perfectly. Well, like, not now they're not, but...
If you were half an inch off, it'd all be...
Yeah,
you won't
Joe
be able to do
Rogan,
it.
Yeah, boys.
Go on, good man.
Yeah, no,
Joe
yeah.
Rogan
I
said
seen
that
No, you're right with what you said a minute ago, though. You said that, well, before we started the oak, like, we'd struggle to do it now.
Yeah.
But
No
then again, you can
machines.
think of it, like,
No
they probably took
engineering.
hundreds of years as well.
And they were heavy old rocks too.
And I come from like a quarry,
Big,
like a good few
huge.
miles away it was.
Yeah.
It was like 12 miles away or something.
Joe Rogan.
They had to carry them.
That's the same in Newgrange. So that's a passage tomb in Ireland in County Meath, and it's actually 5,200 years old.
So they
Older
say.
than the pyramids, older than Stonehenge, and some of the blocks in it. There's all these blocks that were laid on top of each other. If you go into the passage tomb, the ground they buried people there and artifacts and whatever. And there's like land on top of it and whatever. But the rain has never reached, in 5,200 years, the rain has never reached the floor of that tomb, ever. So that the way the rocks are placed on top of each other,
How did he know
it's
that?
never... Well, that's a good question.
Wait, what do you mean?
I saw that on
What?
TikTok.
But what do you mean the rain never
Science-
reached the floor?
The rain
Never been
hasn't, like,
moist-
touched
there's
the
never been
bottom.
moisture. You know the way,
Oh.
like, eventually the rain makes its way through everything. So the way, and the rocks that were used to build
make it through,
Newgrange were found in Wicklow. They're not found anywhere near where
Wait,
the tomb
what?
exists.
Yeah.
Say that again?
So the rocks, these huge slabs of rock that were put on top of each other
Yeah.
to build Newgrange, were not found in there's no history or science or carbon dating that says that they were from nearby.
How
So
come-
5,200 years ago, somehow those
You got it from
rocks-
Wicklow to Meath.
But how come then like
Well,
Newgrange
5,000
isn't
years
as
ago.
famous as these other places?
Wait,
like,
so-
not as well talked about.
Yeah, maybe
They're more-
We're
Well,
not as big a country, I'd say.
Yeah, obviously, but like they're not like now. I didn't even know what it was like till you brought it
Yeah,
up.
most people go there, and the pyramids are more going on.
Surely, like, place or things like that, you know.
Things like that, you know.
Surely they can get like they can go out from the place, like not extinct. But that sounds dopey out, but like surely they can lose that rock there in a certain place, no?
Maybe, yes, fair point. The other thing about Newgrange is that there's a little, the blocks are set in a certain way that on one day in the year,
Yeah, the
where
sun
the
goes
sun
through.
is in the sky, it shines through this little hole and lights up the whole passage tomb. Again, they designed that
I
for
reckon.
the sun on one day of the year to be in at a certain point in the sky, that this building, it shines through a hole, lights up a whole passage 5,200 years.
Actually, no, I was about to say I reckon that's the time every day that they used to do it, but if it only happens once a year, like building, that's a bit dope, you know.
Not in that. I actually, when it comes to afterlife, I'm like you. I don't know whether there is or isn't. But I was brought up a Catholic, and I'm like, why should I sit in a church and tell this chap on an altar I'm a sinner and beg for forgiveness for everything I do? And it's like, man, that doesn't work with what I do. So I'm kind of a bit like you. I don't know if there's an afterlife, but on what Daisy said, if you live a good life, surely
That's
you
enough.
can kind of get to that place if it is there, and if it's not there, it's not there. That's kind of my view. We touched on pyramids. Aaron, you love conspiracy theories. What is the first one that comes to your head when I say conspiracy theory?
The pyramids.
After pyramids.
9/11.
What do you reckon?
Touchy
So I'm
subject.
guessing I don't know if Aaron, the way I read that is that 9/11 was an inside job
Yeah.
done by the American government to start a conflict. Is
Yeah.
that what you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, but I think that's a bit dopey, though, isn't it? Like killing thousands of your people that
You
live
think
in
it's
your
true,
country. I don't know. Like, I don't know whether to think of it, because if you like when you look at stuff like that, boys, like
Yeah.
all the government
Well, obviously-
there,
obviously
like,
it
it's
happened,
so
but it's
corrupt and
just-
stuff like that.
It's dodgy out.
Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. Like,
every
they're all dodgy
single-
over there, man.
Every single news channel that was on, as soon as the first plane hit, they all went black for a split second, and then they just showed the building burning. But like obviously the plane hit.
Yeah.
But like it's just like when the plane hit as well, there's videos of like the bottom of the building getting blown out sideways, and it looks like a bomb going off at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird shit, man.
I know, though, like the government over there is like so weird, man. Like
Yeah.
there's been stuff like, did you ever see your man Epstein, like with Donald Trump and all? And he was
Yeah.
real involved with
Yeah.
George Bush now. Wait, was he the president at the time?
The president at the time was George Bush.
Yeah,
George
that's what I
W.
said,
Bush,
yeah. There's a picture in Jeffrey Epstein's like house or something, or I think it was on his island, where like there was two Jenga towers like on the floor beside each other, and it's George Bush in the middle of them with like a little paper airplane. I think we're seeing that now. I don't know if it is, like it was his joke or if it was made after, but if it is like that, there has to be something weird going on with it.
Thank you, Sean. 9/11 conspiracy theory,
I
inside
don't know.
job, or as it was put forward, the
Good holiday.
terrorist hijacking. What do you reckon? Or both?
I don't know much about it, but like,
Yeah. I remember when that happened. My mum and dad were in the States. They were in Florida, and I'm watching this.
I would have
Yeah,
been.
I came
breaking
home.
the
It was the
rules,
year
imagine that.
2000. I came home for lunch from whatever job I had at the time, and I turned on the TV and I'm like, oh shit, my mum and dad are in Florida and this is happening.
Yeah.
So I literally crapped myself. I thought it was mad, and they didn't get home.
Polish
until
himself.
Yeah.
3 days after they were supposed to, because there was no planes allowed to.
I seen the
Oh, yeah.
remains. You know in New York, the two like big massive
Oh, yeah, the
squares dug
memorial.
out.
Ground Zero.
Like all the names and all on the side. It's weird. It's like a big waterfall and all that.
If you think of it though,
Mad.
or go on, son. You can say with everything.
Oh,
Oh yes.
What do you reckon?
I don't really know much about it either, like Jake, but like just don't know what to believe. Like it's either like I don't know. It's a hard talk. I don't know what to think about it. Like
Guys, it'd be interesting your view on that.
I wonder why are people still talking about it? And that there must be a reason why people are still talking about it. People are still analysing it. Different videos are popping up. There's been court cases.
What do you mean, like
Like why is
politicians or like
no, even
just
normal
us?
people who have a different view, or a new footage comes out of nowhere. So that's what keeps our attention on it. I don't know. I can't form a view on it. I don't think it's straightforward, because I don't believe that government does anything that's straightforward. So I believe they're capable of doing things where people get sacrificed for the sake of something bigger.
What
so
do you mean
that-
sacrifice now? Because that could turn into Illuminati, you know. Now. There's another
Sell your
conspiracy
soul.
theory.
Another
Yeah, but
conspiracy
just
theory.
reckon they're real.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd say they are, but there has to be a lot of celebrities and all. Like,
Or
So
do you ever
go on,
see?
what's
do you ever see the
what are-
Jay-Z yoke where he does that with his hands? He
Yeah.
makes a triangle with
But
his
there's
hands.
a new thing going
houses
around now.
and
The
that.
Roscoff
Baby.
family or something.
Rock
Yeah,
baby.
I've seen
Roscoff family or something. It's like they own everything.
everything in the world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
Rothschilds,
Rothschilds. Yeah, they own
They
like
own the world.
everything. They own Google, Facebook, Apple, the whole lot.
The central
Nearly
banks.
like every single every central bank. Like
Yeah, but
One
that's
of the
dodgy stuff.
conspiracies behind 9/11 was to start a war, because war creates money, because people,
Yeah.
countries have to get weapons. have to
Should
pay
they
for
produce
weapons.
the most
And
weapons
it's like
in the
5
world? Don't they?
families are the wealthiest families in the world and own the World Bank, and so it's these people getting richer all the time as people pay for tanks, for missiles, for planes, and all that kind of stuff. So I think, am I right in saying that's where some of that comes from?
there was another plane actually, wasn't there? One hit the
Yeah,
Pentagon.
the Pentagon. Yeah.
And there was
supposed to
another-
be another one, but it crashed.
There was
before,
another
wasn't
building that fell though, because there's the one hit the Pentagon, the two hit the towers, and there was one a few.
Into a field or something?
it? Yeah.
Yeah,
one
there's
crashed
one.
into a
One crashed into a field, but another building fell the same day,
Did it?
and no one knows how it fell. It just collapsed just like a few blocks over, just went down out of nowhere.
What do you think about that thing? You know, in the what's it in over the sea, the triangle?
Yeah.
Bermuda Triangle.
That's
Yeah,
dodgy
yeah.
stuff, boys.
I don't get all about that.
The one that. Do you ever see Malaysian Flight 307? I think
Yeah.
it is.
It got
Oh,
lost and
that's
like there's
just
not
years or
mad.
nothing to like. They don't know anything.
No,
about
it's just this like on the radar they were talking, and then just boom, gone forever. Never seen ever again.
Oh, if you had to fly through, would you fly through? Would you
No.
like-
No,
No,
I
just
wouldn't
that.
risk that.
I was over in Spain over Christmas, and we were watching basically like a conspiracy.
Watching it while you had to come back on the plane. Like,
Imagine.
oh, that's,
Well, there's a TV show, or there's a TV station over there, and has all that stuff like different. And there was a guy actually one of the shows where he has his own little small plane, and him and another lad who was investigating the Bermuda Triangle, and he talked about where he was flying to Florida, let's say, or flying on a standard flight that takes a certain amount of time. He logged in solid. It takes the fuel's on. It takes this amount of time to get there, and while he's flying, he goes through a load of cloud, and this vortex appears that he got, like this spinning circular thing. He gets pulled into it, comes out the other side, and he takes something like half an hour off his journey, which is an impossibility.
That took acid
Yeah.
soil on that plane.
Yeah.
It was mine.
But his instruments on the plane and all recorded that he had travelled further than it was possible for him to travel, and in the speed that he could possibly.
Sure, that's
take
like the
that
speed of light that he's travelling at. You'd have to be.
That's another thing about the
My man
pyramids.
that flying back from Spain tonight.
You know, with the pyramids, this is what makes me think that they're built by aliens, because exactly where they're placed, the exact
Yeah,
coordinates
it's
is
the
the exact same, digit by digit, the speed of light.
journey.
Yeah, man,
Yeah.
that is weird out, boys.
Like, that's literally like,
There's no way they possibly could have
Done.
done that back then. Like,
they can't see it on the podcast, but it's like, if you're that much off, it won't be the same.
yeah, like, I don't know, man.
Like ordinarily, Aaron, like you'd say, that can't, like, aliens aren't real. But then again, what are the odds of us being this dot on this planet in the middle of the universe as well?
Yeah.
Do you believe there's other life forms out there?
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
We talk about this all the time, boys.
100%.
Yeah, we have these chats
Yeah.
normally, boys. Like,
Sure, there's
a place that's like almost exactly like
Yeah,
Earth,
exactly the
and,
same as
like,
Earth.
and it's not that far off. Well, obviously it is a good bit away, but like they
but
say
it's
it's
just
not
how
that far
big
away
space
from
is.
us.
There's just
There's
no way
that there's not
that
more.
we're the only people here.
Because there's another what galaxies is what they're called, is it? Like there's other
Galaxies.
galaxies where
Universes.
Milky Ways.
But are we?
No, we're the only Milky Way.
accident, though? Are humans an accident?
No.
Just
What do you mean?
I was.
pure fluke that we exist. That something happened. Like you talked about evolution earlier on.
What, like the Big Bang?
Like the Big Bang,
and
yeah.
then, like what changed about the planet that then these life forms became us on a journey to becoming us? Like what? You can't create that condition. Is it just pure accidental?
It's like half and half. Because it's look
What's the
because
about the Big Bang,
like-
boys?
There was a big bang and then.
Jake fell over walking home.
Right, so what are we
What
going
was
to talk
the
about
Big
now, boys?
Bang?
oh, I don't even know.
It's a good show.
But it's,
all
so
I know.
life is. There's other life out there.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
has to be,
Has to
man.
be.
But are you
Didn't he
imagining
find,
If,
like-
if there's us, how can there not be other living?
Didn't he not find
things,
it running water on Mars or something? Was it
Yeah,
that?
they did.
They found water on Mars, like
Yeah.
How'd that get there?
aliens.
Elon Musk.
I dropped it off there.
Do you reckon there is different life forms?
Yeah, there has to be.
Like,
Maybe they're kind
I'd-
of like us.
I think
they're-
there's like another Earth. Like they're all living the same life as us, but it could be made into a few years.
It's like Rick and
old.
Morty.
There's
but-
probably
It's like Rick
probably
and Morty. Have you seen the way they have like different, like there's different
Yeah.
yolks? Like that.
there's probably 6
True,
people
boys.
sitting in a room recording a podcast,
Yeah.
like 4
Like,
universes away, saying the exact same thing in the exact same time that I'm saying it right now.
But like, say if I do
Hi.
one wrong thing, they could all just die. Like, do you ever see all that in
Yeah.
Rick and
Yeah.
Morty? Was like, it's mental.
And if they mess up, boy die.
Imagine we just like, all of us blow up, boys.
I only started watching that recently, and
Oh, it's quality, innit?
yeah.
Did you see the stuff that happened with him though? He
With
got
who?
done down the dirt with children.
With who?
Who?
See
Your
how
man,
you just turned it
Justin
into that
Roiland.
story there into-
Oh yeah.
About-
See, they're not gonna
He's gone
deal with
so.
him anymore.
Yeah, but
Just
like
won't-
they're saying they're
won't
gonna
be the same.
continue it, man.
Yeah, but it won't be the same.
Yeah,
We'll have
like,
none of the
how's he
voices.
gonna? But like, there's good impersonators and all. that.
Yeah, but it just won't.
What sort of
It won't be the
variety
same.
of content? Like,
Have you seen South Park? Imagine what do you think of that? Like, how do you think of
I
half
don't,
of that
get,
stuff?
I don't watch all that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
watch South Park.
South Park's creator wasn't a paedophile, so.
You never know. They're still telling them.
There's an edit anyway for the.
Ah, no, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
I think he's accused, is he? Or is that confirmed and convicted?
No, like the
Well,
you've
Yeah.
seen him.
He's a big boy jail anyway.
Yeah, like he's
Big boy
talking to
jail.
children. And he's trying to. I think he was trying to go
Grooming.
see children.
Well,
We better change the subject there, lads. Area
Yeah, back
51, what do you know about it? Or what do you think about it?
No one knows
I
nothing
think it's just a
about it.
distraction to keep it away from like. There's a better like. There's another thing.
For sure,
Like,
you can
yeah,
literally
you
go
can't
into like
touch us.
you can go into Google Maps and just look over Area 51.
Yeah, but you never know. They could have something like
What was that thing
Weird to
again?
block
It was
that
like
one.
2
Green
years
screen?
ago.
the riot.
Raid 51 or something. It was like
About
just
4 people
Yeah,
showed
people
up.
are gonna go
just-
raid it.
everyone was just gonna go
Shot it.
raid it. Like no one showed up.
No, but like, say if you're going near there, but
About 3 people.
say if you're going near there though, you get pushed away from it. And all.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
They said there's be snipers and all. they do be up on the mountains and all. You're like, that's taken, man. Imagine you go in there and you get shot without knowing. Like,
But you know very quickly if you got shot.
yeah, stop.
I don't know.
What about flat Earth?
Bullet through the brain. Have you got
Away with flat Earth, like.
Ah, that's away with them.
Nah.
Flat Earth. How can the Earth be flat, boys? Surely you go off the edge of it.
Well, we do walk on the flat surface.
No, it's the way they think is like there's instead of the Antarctic being in the middle, it's around like a big ice wall around the whole Earth, and it's like a dome.
And
Go
do you
out
ever
and
see them?
stuff,
They go
man.
like, if you're
Right.
flying planes, how do you not just fall off? Like I seen the yoke on TikTok where it's like the gravity pulls you to the center of the Earth is why like it's like that. But say if you're flying a plane,
Yeah, it's because the Earth's round.
yeah, obviously,
Exactly.
man, it's not flat. Like,
Hardly.
how can you be so soft to think that the Earth is flat? Like,
Woman's been on the moon, yes or no?
yeah.
Who?
Oh,
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
boys, I
Females
don't
been-
know.
No, no,
I
no,
don't
no,
know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a bit
It's a bit dodgy
There's-
as well.
remember-
It's
you ever
on
see the
America, boys.
do you ever see the
I'm telling
picture
They run everything.
of the flag waving in the wind? But
Yeah,
there's no wind
how
on the
could there be
moon.
Wind, yeah. And there's
No wind on the moon.
reflections and all of the what's it called in their yokes. I've
Yeah.
seen stuff like that where it's like just
And,
weird
um,
stuff going
Flag,
on.
no
There was,
shadows,
um,
no moon,
Yeah.
like.
There was a priest that went up to Neil Armstrong and says, "Put your hand on the Bible that you went to the moon," and he wouldn't do it.
Would you know?
No,
No.
he won't put his hand on the Bible.
Trying the Bible you didn't take up. That is gas. No, but like, do you actually think it happened, boy? I don't know.
God, no, it's dodgy.
No, we've definitely been in space.
Maybe they might have faked it because the whole thing about the Cold War, trying
Yeah.
to get there before Russia.
Yeah, yeah.
So
But
they just
why
wanted to do it.
Like, how do you know all this stuff, man? I was just there in fourth
Yeah.
year.
I saw a picture the other day of a woman standing beside, like, let's say she's 5'6" or whatever, beside paper, like a pile of paper, and that's all the code that you have to write in order to program the computers to be able to go to the moon. Like, and it's as tall as her.
the computers alone.
Yeah,
like
she
they
had
can
to write
code it.
to code the, like, if you think about the technology required to send a fragile machine
I think that was
and back.
they're trying to
Did they not
go
send
back
a dog
to
to
the moon.
first or something, or was it a monkey or something?
A
A
monkey.
monkey, yeah, into
Yeah.
space.
And he died or something.
Yeah, parvo.
Unlucky.
I don't know if he made it there, was he died on the way back, no?
Oh, it might have been actually, yeah. But I think what's it called not the way they're supposed to be trying to fly back up to the moon.
Yeah.
What would you do if you've already done it?
Mars stuff, boys. Think that's what they'll do?
What do you mean?
See, Elon Musk wants to send people
Yeah, he
to
wants
Mars
to try
for
and get people to
2030
live
or
on-
something.
Yeah, he wants to try and build stuff where you can live there.
Yeah, for 2030 though.
Is it worth the money?
You're
if
gonna be
people
lifting the right off
are-
if you go out there.
If people are hungry on planet Earth, is it worth is space exploration worthwhile?
But
do
if
you
the
mean,
Earth
if
was
we're
going to end,
hungry?
you might as well take the chance.
Yeah, you may as well, yeah. But like,
If it was
You
either
see the
like
Earth
you have
ending soon,
100%
though,
dying if you're staying, or you have 94%,
Who will
Chance.
go then? Who will get to go? If it's
it would just be all the rich people. Just leave
Yeah.
all of us here
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Come
burn.
on, no, I'm not going to no space.
You mentioned, Aaron, you mentioned the Antarctic, and this is another episode I'm going to ask, just give me a yes or no. Do young people your age, Sean, do they care about global warming or climate change?
No.
no.
No? Sean?
No.
No? Jake?
Wait,
I'm
you
not
don't
one in the middle.
You're in the middle?
Yeah.
Aaron?
Do we care about it, or does just
Young
everyone?
people your age in general?
No.
It's like depends really who you are.
Yeah, like it's a
like-
small majority of people. Yeah.
yeah.
It's not like
No, it wouldn't be like everyone
It-
wouldn't jump
like-
to say, "Oh yeah, I
No.
care about so
Yeah.
much." 'Cause
Like,
Why-
it'd
why
be
is
less
that?
people
I mean, everything's
care
saying
about-
it's the biggest threat to the planet.
yeah,
Is it just
yeah, it is the big.
that people in our area have their own stuff going on? Is it like, is there more important things in life right now? Why do you think it's kind of...
Not
dismissed?
really sure if our whole Earth's gonna be ruined, then it's not like that should be the most important thing. Like, but if you think of it, like, but there was stuff like it's obviously a real thing. Like, you can't say like
Like,
there's
how is
people
it
saying
going?
it's
How
not.
is it like?
Because
the
there
Earth's
was
been
a
the same
yoke.
way for years, like, and nothing's been happening.
No,
but
it hasn't.
It's, like
It's
all the
going up
fossil
and up and
fuels
up.
and smoke, man. There was a yoke I seen. There was a city. I don't know if it was in China or something. They showed a picture of it before COVID and after COVID, and the
Yeah.
sky was so much clearer.
Yeah.
It was. Like, that shows like not being doing everything as much. Like, we need to relax with what we're doing. Like.
Would you be turned off now, like, thinking of that, and would it stop you going on holiday because, you know, the smoke coming out of planes? Or
No.
No.
There you go, like,
Roll on
it's gonna change,
September.
like.
Yeah, but I want to go on holiday, boys. Like,
Yeah.
I'm
We're
not gonna
lucky we
swim
want
there,
to go to
but
Wexford, what's wrong with you?
Salute better than Wexford.
I get swimming shorts on. If you want to go away.
Yeah, but imagine you go Wexford for like a holiday. It's supposed to be really exotic. You go down, you get in the water, and you walk back home. Like, that's what I do. I'd rather salute in Wexford.
You stay in the mobile home, extra night, you'd be grand.
Then
You
you don't
stay in a
really care
hotel
about
and salute.
Then you don't really care. Like.
Heated pool, no.
Exactly. Like,
I
you
was
say,
like, most people
say-
pretend that they care about it though. Everyone will like type on Facebook and whatever. Oh, it's such a
Karens.
Yeah.
And then go
the next day to
drive their car around the country and go hop on a
Right.
plane and go
Yeah,
hop on
drive
this.
Right. See Greta Thunberg, boys.
Yeah.
See her getting carried away and all by a lot of
Yeah.
security guards.
Sheer Ralston, Andrew Tate.
Yeah. She's worse.
She's the
Yeah.
one. She sort of got him locked up
Yeah, she kind of.
because it was something like Andrew Tate tried to make like a dig at her ordering a pizza because the car like coming, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah,
they
but-
tracked down his pizza order from before and found out where he was living, and went up and locked him up.
That's tame.
Yeah, they found him because of a pizza box. Like.
Bad pizza. Anyway.
What?
They found him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Had the address on
That
the
was
pizza
Peter's
box.
pizza, wasn't it? You know?
Taking Peter for a losser.
Really interesting episode. We will close it there because I know we all have places to be.
Yeah, boys, we're done.
To my co-host Daisy, and to the stars of the show, Aaron King, Jake Pear, Sean O'Connell, Sean O'Brien. Thanks very much for joining us on another
Thank
episode.
you.
You're welcome.
This has been YouthZone Bray, YouthZone Bray on
Top.
YouTube, and
Four soon.
the live shows hopefully will start soon. YouthZoneBray@gmail.com. We are a youth-led podcast in Bray County, Wicklow, Ireland, and we thank you all for tuning in. Take care, and we'll talk to you next time. Take care.